this is what the heating guys love. They love to show off their artistic ability by doing all this copper work.
Beautiful. Look at those copper pipes. I mean, it's very pretty. This house has zonal heat, right?
Correct.
Hydronic floor heat.
Hydronic, yes.
So this room might get hot with the gaming system.
Correct.
And so let's kind of walk out. So we've got different areas, but you might want it a little warmer in your theater room.
Correct.
But you might want it in the gym. A little cooler in the gym, a little warmer out playing pool.
Yep. We can zone it so each individual room can have their own control of their own heat. Usually basement floors are really cold. Even with carpet, you can kind of feel that coolness. It's nice with hydronic. Your feet are toasty all the time.
It's like walking on a warm teddy bear.
And the nice thing is like if I open a door to the outside, the air temperature kind of drops a little bit, but that solid concrete mass is still warm, so it radiates that heat back up.
So that is something that a lot of people don't understand with the radiant heat versus forced air. Is forced air, you're heating the air, but radiant heat, you're heating the objects.
Correct.
So it's like being in a brick oven.
Correct.
Where things are warm around you.
Yes, and so again, just that's something to think about. How do you want to heat your area? Because I'll tell you right now, as a contractor, two things that you usually get complaints about is heat and cool.
Yeah, and people say, why is it I can't heat? Why can't I make this work?
Right.
And there's not a lot you can do. Once you're all set up, it is hard to balance that up again.
Correct.
So thinking ahead and thinking zonally, especially thinking of the purpose of the rooms.
Right.
So can we take a look in the utility room and kind of see what this looks like?
Yeah.
So, because hydronic heat is not a furnace.
Correct.
It's a boiler?
Boiler. So interesting is you'll see that this is the air handler for the air conditioning.
Because there's still
air conditioning.
Air conditioning, which we'll talk about ductwork in a second.
Correct.
But this is for just air conditioning.
Correct.
I gotcha.
Over here you have now.
Look how beautiful that is.
This is your boiler to heat up your hydronics, and then you have all the different hoses, PEX lines coming in for the hydronics. So you can see how much work it is to try to get everything tied together. And I'll tell you what, this is what the heating guys love. They love to show off their artistic ability by doing all this copper work.
Oh, beautiful. Look at those copper pipes. I mean, it's very pretty. Yeah, I love that.
And then these are the brains for all the thermostats.
Gotcha. So this all ties together. So you've got all this. Is this a manifold? Is that the right word?
Yep.
Is your manifold? And so this is what it's going to look like if you have hydronic heat.
Correct.
That's all that this takes care of.
Correct. And also water heater.
So that is a serious water heater.
Yes. So they actually have their water heaters tied into the hydronics as well.
So do you always have to have a tank, or is there ever this? Is it because this is
your boiler.
The boiler, which is what? How does the boiler work with the water heater?
This is a closed system. So the hydronics are a closed system.
Okay.
Has glycol going through
Not
it.
water.
Not water. Glycol. And so the glycol will come through here. It'll heat it up inside here. It has a boiler, so it basically heats up the glycol, sends it back through all the pipes. It also has another chamber that the water comes into to heat up the water tank. Water that's in the tank for your hot water. So
the hot water is not getting heated in there, it's getting heated in the boiler and then put in there.
Yep.
Wow.
So again, it's just, if you're going to the expense of putting a boiler in here, you might as well put the water heater on it. You asked the question about water heaters, on demands versus...
Yes.
So you ask different people, you get different answers. Some people...
What is Sean's answer?
Sean's answer is, in the past, we haven't used a lot of on-demand water heaters because our groundwater in Idaho is so much colder.
Yes.
And so it takes more effort to get the water temperature up. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of times if we do on-demand water heaters, we'll put two in series. So they'll have one that heats up the water to a certain temperature. And then
we saw that in the Teach on Springs house.
Yes. And so the second water heater heats it up to the rest of the way.
Ah.
And so again, the nice thing is you always have hot water. Mm-hmm. The downside is on-demands are significantly more than just a regular water heater, but you don't run out of water.
Makes sense. So this one is a water heater, and it's heated by the boiler.
Correct.
And then that stores the hot water.
Correct.
I love
and
that.
It'll recirculate through it.
Oh, I think that's awesome. Is it to heat with hydronic heat? Is it more expensive or less expensive to heat your house that way?
It should be less expensive because you're once you get that concrete slab up to temperature, it takes less to maintain it. It's
like keeping it constant
instead
of up and down, up and down, and up and
down. Now, if you're expecting to have your heat cool at night, like your bedroom cool at night
Yes.
and hot during the day, hydronics are not the way to do that. Because it takes forever for that temperature to drop down.
Makes
because
sense.
you've got that big thermal mass that you're...
And it's good to think about, because when you're thinking about a room and you're going to do hydronic heat, if you want to be able to vary the temperature in that room,
Then
hydronic heat is
hydronic's not the best way.
Good tip.
If you've been thinking about building your dream home, I'm Braden with B&B Builders. Give me a call.